and welcome to the RE Source. I'm your host, Brian Stevens.
And I'm Frank Gray!
Just kidding. We love them.
Anyway, spoofing.
We're in the spoofing mood. We just got done with the I Love Lake Taps video. That was
a lot of fun.
Funny spoof on Realtors. You got to watch it.
It's going to be great.
Anyways, first story. Fannie Mae, a big no-duh story coming out.
On.
Says they have the highest quality loan level stuff in their book in the last, how many years?
Well, almost forever, but hard to believe, since they have all these very tight guidelines they've created. The problem with it is they're not really helping the secondary, the home buyer who's maybe not quite perfect.
The low to moderate income families.
Exactly. And, while Fannie and Freddie have some guidelines that are trying to help that, it's the secondary market, the banks and the guys buying those loans that are saying, no, we have all these add-on requirements, and frankly, it's making it very difficult to get anything but the purest home buyer approved.
Well, yeah, a big no-duh. You've been financing only A-plus paper clients, and now all these low to moderate income families can't get financing. What does that mean to you? It means that you can't go sell a home to these people. So we got to figure this out. And, well, we know we haven't figured it out, and that's why we have our webinar coming up, which is called the Homeowner Helpline. And you really got to register for this. If you know somebody that's upside down, facing foreclosure, loan mod, or short sale, get them into this webinar. If you're a loan officer, need education, or a real estate agent, need education, get into this webinar. Hey, Gary, another big no-duh story.
Yeah.
Obama says he's finally coming out and going to help the housing industry.
It's about freaking time.
Thank you. It's like, hey, I'll take care of cars, health, now the banking, and then
oil.
Finally, hey, we'll look at the housing industry and try to fix that.
It's amazing to me. The housing industry is one of the largest economic factors in the world. It's what took us into this recession. It's what's going to take us out. And now finally we're going to get to doing something. Hey. We're giving money to Pakistan, and we're just now getting to the housing industry. Tell you what, though, they are asking for public comment and actually industry comment. Check out the link below.
They want to know what you have to say. Crazy.
Ryan, I'm a fan of history, and this next graph has some great information on how home ownership is actually on the decline in the U.S. No duh.
Yeah, we figured that out. Take a look at the graph. It's actually really cool. If you look back at 1982, you can see that was kind of the first time in recent history where it started to decline. The interesting note, kind of bad news, it took 15 years just to get back to that same level. It's pretty crazy. So I was talking with Gary and Sam about this whole story, about the story this week. And Sam had a really interesting take, when he bought houses back in, early 40s.
When they were grass huts.
Oh, yeah.
The 50s, no, actually, I think the 80s. Go ahead.
Just a perspective that we were talking about was that people used to look at where they wanted to live, what they wanted to check out the school district. That was their intention was that house they were going to be in for a number of years.
Yeah.
My folks did that. We did that.
Exactly.
And it got away from that. My generation, honestly, we looked at buying houses and flipping them in like 2 to 3 years.
So it is all his fault.
No, we did that successfully because that was a sign of the times, and then it completely crashed. Another interesting take that Sam had was about 9/11.
The old guy. By 9/11, what happened was we saw a run in the late 70s, we saw a run in real estate, we saw a run in the late 80s, we saw a run again in the late 90s. By 9/11, we were getting a little long in the tooth.
Yeah. It was ready for a correction?
It was ready for a correction. And what's funny is when you look at that graph, it kind of matches up about where we were in the 2001 time frame. We're about there now. So we don't know if we're there yet, but we're a lot closer than
It's interesting. History is very interesting. In RC's time,
heck, we can't even afford houses and get loans, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But I think the good news of this is, Sam, as you were saying, looking at where we're at, we may be at that bottom point of this little correction. We may start to see some improvement a little bit down the road.
Hopefully.
Getting a lot closer than we were a couple of years ago.
And that's news you can use.
Hey, Sam brought me an awesome story this week. Housing shortage on the horizon. I said, hey, Sam, send me the link. That's what he sent me.
You gotta love old guys.
Anyways, give us a story, Sam.
Okay, maybe I sent him the wrong link, but it's a good story.
It is a great story.
If you look at it, we have 1.3, 1.4 million new households that are being formed, traditionally over time, that need to get, the houses that need to get built.
Right.
Okay.
And the housing market right now, we've got about 600,000 new houses that are being built, and some say that that's going to be declining over the next year or two. So actually, in that story,
so we've got all these kids coming out of college. We've got young married couples maybe deciding to stay in the home for a little bit. They're not buying. Coming up, we're going to have a lot of demand, and we're going to have a shortage of new homes. In fact, the article talks about how Washington and Oregon are 2 of 4 areas that in 2012, mid-2012, housing shortage. That's right. Supply is going to be underpacing demand. That's great for home prices.
So please check out the link below.
Dude, where's RC? Hey, buddy, what are you doing, man? We're getting ready for the Magic Marketing Tip of the Week.
Oh, dude, I'm working on the Homeowner Helpline webinar. Dude, it's so incredibly important. We got to get a lot of people there. In fact, if they want to help the struggling homeowners, have them share it on their Facebook, all right?
All right, cool. Thanks. We'll use that.
There's your Magic Marketing Tip of the Week.
Here's a story you can share on your Facebook. Don't hold your breath for a bounce in U.S. home prices.
That's not a good story. I'm not going to share that on my Facebook.
Well, it actually is, because the story goes on to say that Seattle area is one of 4 areas that may in fact see some housing increase while the rest of the country may drop down.
Attaboy. I'm going to share that on my Facebook. That's good news.
Absolutely. Check out the whole story and breathe easy. We're in a good spot.
Hey, Gary.
Yes.
Remember USDA?
Where's the beef?
That's the guys.
Yes.
Hey, apparently late Tuesday they signed the bill that gives them $24 billion to get back in business.
Wow, they sure jumped right on that right away. But, you know, at least we can get a home loan and a cheeseburger.
Yes.
Hey, they're going to sign the bill anytime.
Yeah.
Once they sign the bill, you know what? It's going to give us great new funding for the USDA 100% program. We'll let you know as soon as we have a specific date.
Hey, Gary, we write mortgages, right?
Yeah, we do.
Well, instead of just writing them, let's give them 8 easy tips on how to pay them off early.
Yeah, like buy a lottery ticket.
No, dude, that's not it. What's your favorite one? We read the article.
Well, actually, I love this article. It talks about making sure that you're contributing to your 401k, especially if it's being matched before you pay off your mortgage.
Yeah, apparently 38% of Americans are making the wrong choice in paying off their mortgage first instead of properly,
Saving for retirement.
properly funding their retirement.
Yeah.
My favorite one, hey, if you can't earn better rates of return elsewhere, then you go on and pay off your mortgage first.
Well, that's right. You know, you work hard for your money. Make your money work hard for you.
Hey man, good show today.
Yeah, I had a good time.
I'm so excited about this webinar. I've had so many people ask me for help, and now I have some help for them. Dude, webinar's gonna rock.
It's going to be huge. Hey, not only that, check out the spoof below the real estate office video. A lot of fun.
So funny. Anyways, hey, I'm Ryan Hills. I had a ton of fun this week.
I'm Gary the Hawk Hawkinson, and I love my mom.
Knowledge is power. I love my mom.